I think what most of us want in relationship to money is to actually feel a sense of freedom. I mean, not to be free with money in the sense, but to feel freedom in, to get to a place where we're not being anxious about it. We don't want to think about it. We're not being anxious about it. And there are lots of tensions in this, I think, for Christians, because on the one hand, there's there's a drive perhaps towards an extreme asceticism. How can I spend nothing and spend as little as possible and give away as much as possible to people who have very little, and that's not a bad idea, is it? But an extreme asceticism, is that what we see in Jesus? Is that what the kingdom of God looks like? Well, no, it doesn't look like an extreme asceticism. Not that I'm saying people who are called to that shouldn't do that. On the other hand, we're not called to an extreme hedonism. And yes, we know that we're called to give, but then how much? Is it all done if I tithe, however you define tithing? Is it 10%, 10% net, 10% growth? What does that mean? I'm a multi-millionaire. Do I give 10% of my income? And well, that's actually much less to me than somebody who's earning £14,000 a year who gives 10% of their income. So is there a proportionality there? And I think these are things that have to be negotiated round prayerfully before the Lord. Actually, I don't think there's a way around this, because we live in a culture that's asking us to spend. We live in a Christian culture, and it depends which bit of it we're in. We might be in an affluent area, we might be in a less affluent area, we might be in a church very conscious of the needs of the poor globally, or the needs of the poor in there. And so we've been, in a sense, defined by the culture around us. And we could be very affluent in a congregation that's not so rich. Does that mean I have to live at the same level as everybody around me, or has God given me these resources not only to give them away, but actually to enjoy in some way, to demonstrate joy in the kingdom, and to be able to say that actually buying a nice picture from an artist was a good thing to do. So I think there's lots and lots of tensions, and I suppose it comes down, as I say, to a prayerfulness, to a stewardship, and also to a discipline, and to an accountability. I think I'm kidding myself argument is quite easy to justify to oneself almost any level of expenditure or non-level of expenditure. But I think we do need to have good friends around us when it comes to money. And I suppose the point about budgeting is that whatever level of income, it focuses. This is what I've got, this is what I know I'm going to have to spend, and now therefore this is what I've got left. Well, how do we want to choose to spend that? And actually, a curious thing, a little bit like having a Sabbath, budgeting seems to release money. I don't know quite how that is, but budgeting seems to release money, and it focuses. Wesley said, was it spend all you like, save all you can, give away as much as you can. And the save, he didn't mean stick it in the building society or the bank. He meant don't be wasteful. So actually, you maximise the use of your resources by not being wasteful. And how many bits of lettuce do I throw away? And recently, I'm not. I don't know if we're going to succeed in this. I've been thinking, can we reduce our energy use by 5% this year? That would end up as about 4 theatre tickets. So that would be the upside. Or should it not end up as 4 theatre tickets? Should it end up as an extra donation to the Bible Society or Tear Fund? Only time will tell.